Welcome to the math video. Here I will discuss about great scientist Pythagoras, importance of Pythagorean theorem, the Pythagorean theorem, some math problems and solutions. Let's start. Pythagorean theorem, math problems and solutions. A little about Pythagoras. Pythagoras, an ancient Greek thinker who was born on the island of Samos and lived from 570 to 490 BCE, was kind of a trippy character, equal parts philosopher, mathematician, and mystical cult leader. Importance of Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem is crucial in various fields, including construction, manufacturing, and navigation, enabling precise measurements and the creation of right angles for large structures. It underpins our entire system of measurement, allowing for accurate navigation by pilots and ships and making GPS measurements possible through the calculation of distances and angles. Here I have added some symbols. You can see here. In the construction sector, I have added this symbol, and the GPS measurement in this sector and navigation of ship in this sector. The Pythagorean theorem is used. In this page, I will discuss about Pythagorean theorem. What is Pythagorean theorem? At first, when we think what is Pythagorean theorem, then the equation comes to our mind, that is c square equals a square plus b square, or a square plus b square equals c square. This type of equation comes to our mind. But what is Pythagorean theorem in language? In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the two shorter sides. So when we will get a right angle triangle, then we can think that the hypotenuse, the square of the hypotenuse will be the sum of the other two legs. I can draw here this type of a triangle maybe, or I have drawn here before. You can see here 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. These are the Pythagorean triple number, and the Pythagorean triangle may be this type. Here 5 is hypotenuse, 3 is height, and 4 is the base. Or 3 can be said as height or perpendicular. So here 6 is the perpendicular, 8 is the base, 10 is the hypotenuse. If you when we'll think this type of triangle 3, 4, 5, so hypotenuse, square of the hypotenuse, 5 square equals 4 square plus 3 square. If we add the square of 4 and square of 3, then we will get 16 plus 9 equals 25, and here 5 square is also 25. So square of hypotenuse is equals to the square of base and the square of height or perpendicular. Here are some Pythagorean triple number. you can see here 5, 12, 13, 8, 15, 17, 7, 24, 25. One will be beige, another will be height, and the third number will be hypotenuse. So we can think like this. And here the equation of Pythagorean theorem, a square plus b square equals c square, or we can say c square equals a square plus b square. And here you can see the triangle in the middle of this diagram, and left side you can see a square, and the bottom the b square, and the upper side c square. So the square of hypotenuse is c square, and a square is the square of height or perpendicular, and the bottom b square will be the square of base. So we can write like c square equals a square plus b square. The angle between height and base will be 90 degree. Here you see that 90 degree will be here the angle, and other two angle will be acute angle. Okay, acute angle means smaller than 90 degree. Okay, next we are going to the other page or next page. Pythagorean theorem in different types of angle. Okay, Pythagorean theorem can be discussed in the two types of right triangle, that is scalene right triangle, and isosceles right triangle. Isosceles right triangle is two legs will be equal, and only the hypotenuse will be greater than the legs. In the scalene right triangle, you see here three sides of the triangle will be different. So here this is perpendicular denoted by A, and this is base, and this is hypotenuse. I have written here A equals perpendicular, B equals base, C equals hypotenuse. So I also have written here this is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. And I have denoted these in this scalene right triangle. And in this isosceles right triangle, this is perpendicular, this is base, and this is hypotenuse. So I am denoting here, this is C, this is A, and this is also A, because A equals B. That means perpendicular equals base. And the equation of the Pythagoras theorem in the scalene right triangle will be a square plus b square equals c square. But in this isosceles right triangle, the equation of Pythagorean theorem will be a square plus a square equals c square, because a equals b. So now 2a square. A square equals c square. This is for isosceles right triangle. So we are going to the next page. Here is an example of math. A right triangle has two legs of lengths 6 units and 8 units. What is the length of the hypotenuse? So if one leg is 6, that means you let let A equals 6, B equals 8, and C equals what? So A square plus B square equals C square. That means 6 square plus 8 square equal to C square tends to C square equal to 36 plus 64 equal to 100. C equals 10. So the hypotenuse is 10. This is the answer. Okay, we are going to the next math. Example 2. I am going to do this math. A right triangle has a hypotenuse of 13 units and one leg of 5 units. What is the length of the other leg? So let C equals 13, one leg 5 units. So you can assume B equals 5 and A equals what? Okay, now A square plus B square equals C square. A equals, we have to find out the value of A. So A square plus 5 square equals 13 square. Okay, so A square equals 13 square minus 5 square equals 169 minus 25 equals 144. So A equals 12. This is the answer. We are going to do another math. This math is for non-triple Pythagorean number. This math is for right triangle, though this is not directly connected with Pythagorean theorem, but very closely exists with Pythagorean theorem. The math is what is the magnitude of the angle ACB in the triangle ABC? Here you can see the value of the height or perpendicular is 3 and the value of the base is 9, and what will be the angle magnitude of the angle ACB? So ACB, that means this angle. Let this angle theta. So we know tan theta color divided by base equals 3 divided 9 equals 1/3. So theta equals tan inverse 1/3 equals 18.43 degree. Answer. This is the answer. We are going to the next section. We have finished the discussion. What we learned from this video: a little about Pythagoras, the importance of this theorem, the Pythagorean theorem, math problems and solutions. Thank you. I think you will like this math video.